the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
The 47-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5. Now it's Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, CeeDee Lamb. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 18-yard line.
Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
A gain of
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy 1st. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
Number 21.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Number 20, Tony Pollard.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
50-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott now from the 50. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Dunbar on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A throw complete to Dorsett, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses, and Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Carson. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 21. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson escaping the pressure right, and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 36-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. to throw is Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No good. Michael Dixon.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Draw play, Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ezekiel Elliott taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Pollard again. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Always is costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
A gain of 15.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Taken down by Bobby.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott now. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
The 49-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point,
and he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 7, Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. Oh, eluding the tackle. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
33-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Good.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The rookie. CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here we go again.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
7-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. This looks like a free play for Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
For a Seattle.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Carson, the 1st down and more. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Seahawks 34.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a game
Man,
of 6.
these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hey, watch the slant.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Check the backer, check the backer. We're going to 54 wire.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
He was Brandon 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much in with a game plan that we saw.